Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode on the Hardcore series, and in today's video we will be building some storage systems for our gold farm and our wither skeleton farm. So one of my cats just burnt to death, which I don't know how that's possible because all my cats are in here. What? So a cat died in this house. How? Did he get struck by lightning? That is absolutely crazy. I've never seen that before in my life. This is our redstone box at the minute, and we're missing quite a few components like sticky pistons, slime blocks, honey blocks, whatnot. We are going to stack this up so each one is a 64 of whatever item we need. Same with crafting tables. I think making 64 of those will be helpful since I've been dotting them around. But a lot of items we need is building blocks. So we need a load of white stained glass, yellow stained glass, gold blocks, a lot of stuff. All the redstone components is done. We basically don't have any slime blocks left or honey blocks, but everything else is stocked up. We've got all the materials ready to build this storage system, so now we're just heading to the location. I do need a better way of getting to and from that place. I'm thinking an ice highway on blue ice. I'm not too sure yet, but the magma cream farm, the gold farm, and the wither skeleton farm are right near each other, so we're gonna have some sort of pathway getting from and to there. Once we get soul speed, I think we can get soul soil and just place that down and a couple speed 2 beacons on the way. I think that might be faster. I'm not too sure though. The first thing I want to do is change all this glass into white stained glass, but off camera I have been grinding some skeletons and been getting some bones, some coal blocks. And I did get a maxed out Smite 5 sword. I think I'm not missing anything, I don't think. So that's good. And I'm just going to keep doing this. This farm is just insane. It really is. Look how many skulls we got. It's absolutely incredible. So the farm is finished, like completely finished. There's nothing else I want to add or could add, but all the glass has been replaced to white stained glass. Added a little enchanting station here. At the corners are crafting tables, and this is just for storage, books and tools. I've got a stack of lapis over here. The entire item sorter is done. I got 2 slots for bones, 2 slots for coal, 1 for skulls. And I am getting blazes coming through. So I just made a sort of a system for that. We've got 8 so far, which is quite cool. So that'll just build up over time. The skulls, I won't get that many to use 2 slots. So we just went down to 1 for both. I changed the composters to furnaces because fire tick or fire spread, one of the two, was burning the composters. So to just reduce lag, added some of these furnaces. But this farm is working absolutely insane. I think I've got an extra 30 levels XP from this, and I haven't been collecting all of it either. This farm is by far my favorite. I am using shaders and I kind of like it a lot. I've got an arrow pointing up that way to basically show what direction I need to fly in to get home. So I have been converting some of the coal into coal blocks and bone blocks as well. I'm going to wait until this has got 3 stacks before I take them out and fight 64 withers. So we can just turn them all into beacons, which is very, very good. Then we can start on our gigantic beacon base tower thing, whatever it's called. So it's basically a beacon of every sort of block. So iron, gold, diamond, emerald, netherite, you know. But now we're going to work on the gold farm storage system, which is going to be cool. So this is a setup we've got so far. So when we stand in the middle of the trapdoor here, all the items go down into these chests. But I want a super fast dropper system to shoot all the items in the middle and straight down, and that's when it will get sorted out. But I did this farm wrong. Basically, there's supposed to be a track underneath well, on top of the hopper, and there isn't one. So the pigmen are actually sitting in the minecarts. So when I do the entire item sorter system, I'm going to take all the minecarts out, add one rail, and this farm will be absolutely 100% finished. Eventually I might make a super fast one. This is insanely fast, but there's one that uses portals, so I might build that one. But I've got so much gold, I don't know what to use it for.
I'm just on my way back to the base, and I stumbled across a mesa, and I managed to get 64 of everything, even the sand. Eventually I'm going to make a sand or gravity duper, so I don't need to worry about mining anything like that again. Gravel, sand, red sand, any concrete powder colour at all. That'd be quite fun. But I think I've lost my house. For a second I was going through the big mountains, and I thought I was in the wrong seed. Like I thought I was in the wrong, like a different world. And I'm basically out where I'm supposed to be. Like this is roughly where my house is, and I still can't find it, which is quite concerning, to be honest. Worst thing is, I left my ender chest at the base, and I've got no rockets, so now I need to walk all the way to my base if I can find it. Okay, I can see my house in the distance. That's quite cool. How do I make another nether portal over there? Because a creeper went through my other one, and I didn't want to blow up because I didn't have a flint and steel on, so I just made that temporary one over there and then just flew across. But right now I'm going to go back. I'm going to smelt 16 of this yellow one, and I think I have all the materials ready to build the super storage system. So the storage system is complete. I am missing something here because they are spawning somewhere down here. I'm not too sure. This is all spawn proofed here. They definitely can't spawn on the fences here. I don't know if they can spawn on ender chests. Probably not, because they emit some light. Definitely not up here because there's an air gap here. I did do some replay footage, and I saw that they did spawn on the slime block, but there's not enough time for it to spawn on there. So it could be either this block or this block, which is quite impossible to cover up unless we do something like this, because the items come down here, but it's quite impossible to block this off unless we add some sort of ladder there. But then I'm pretty sure slime block will just take it. So I need to figure something out to stop it, because right, these little are spawning on here, taking the gold, and then bartering by themselves on here, which isn't ideal whatsoever. But we have 1 double chest, 2 double chests, almost 3 double chests of nuggets. And we have almost the same with rotten flesh. And the gold supply is stocking up real nicely, but I have been training with these guys here. And I'm trying to get a soul speed 3. What's it called? Book. So I'm throwing stacks upon stacks at them every single time. And just hoping I get one. Because that means my entire gear, besides Phones 3, is fully enchanted. We are going to swap this out eventually once we've got a shulker farm. And we're just going to turn it into a shulker box loader. And that will stop a lot of stuff here. But we're going to get a stack of this. And we are going to give it to them over here. And then let's see what we get. And we've got a soul speed 3 book. It hasn't even been that long, to be honest. But these guys are just throwing it left, right, and center. But I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to hope to God we get another one for spares. So we didn't manage to get another Soul Speed 3 book, but that doesn't matter. At least we got one. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So we've got 4 observer clocks. And the power a dropper below and above. So both of these spur items out left, right, and center really fast. And we've got four sides, so that's 8 droppers in total. And we've got a cobweb here, as you can tell, some items getting stuck in it. If we didn't have that cobweb, the items would just shoot everywhere. So now we can control where it drops. It makes life a lot easier. And all the items go down here. And they get pushed against here along the iron trap. What's it called? Iron fence. And whatever items don't go into there get burnt. Like you see there. So it's basically the swords. But we're actually doing really, really well on the gold supply, which is absolutely amazing. I'm so happy I built this storage system. Eventually we are going to build a shulker box loader and make life a lot easier. Same with the, what do you call it? What do you call it? The Wither Skeleton farm. Because that is doing, it's just doing amazing. Amazing. Eventually I am going to build a wither killing machine to do it automatically for me. So I can farm withers and get beacons. But this farm is just, as well, it's just amazing. I'm so happy with it. It took me ages to build this, but I'm glad I did, to be honest. And eventually I'll build roads going to every single one of them. But we are going to add more roads. More farms. So there's no point adding roads yet. So yeah, I'm going to keep this video short and simple. The next video we will be making a gigantic bamboo farm to give us enough bamboo to get scaffolding to make the shulker box farm or shulker shell farm, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to be it's going to be amazing because we're going to have to transfer the shulker from the end to the overworld. We're going to have to make a spare one as well as dupe another one for the farm. Eventually, we'll make a mob switch to make life a lot easier and make our journey on the hardcore series last even longer. If you did enjoy this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Let's get building.